Hi students, this is a tutorial for Google My Maps to help you make digital mind maps. The first thing you need to do is Google My Maps or use the link on your directions. Once you've done that, click on Google My Maps. It will ask you to log in. You can use your HISD Google or your private Google, it doesn't matter. You won't have any maps here. It should be completely blank unless you've used this program before. So then you're going to go up here and click on Create a New Map. The first thing that you should do is change your base map. So click on this little arrow here and choose the satellite map. This just shows elevations a little bit better and landmarks than the other one. And then click on this to exit out. You can see that you can move around, you can zoom in and out on this map. All by using the little hand tool. Over here you have your layers. What you want to do is click on Untitled Layer and name it Period 1. This is where all the assignments from time period 1 will go. Now, if you look at your directions, you will see that you have to label the 4 river valleys. The first one is the Indus River Valley. You may not remember where that one is, so you can go to Google, or you can use your AMSCO book and look up the Indus River Valley. Here's a good map of where it is, in between India and the Middle East. Go back to your Google My Map and move over to that area. Then click on the line tool and click on Add Line or Shape. You will get a plus sign. To start drawing your line, you just click on the different places that you want the line to be. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. You just need the general area of where the Indus River Valley is. To end that line, you simply click on the same place you started, and you'll see that your little X becomes a hand. After you have labeled it Indus River Valley, you have a box here that you can put the answer to any questions that are in your directions. The question you need to answer about the Indus River Valley is, what are the 2 important civilizations here? So you would type that in here, and if you'd like to add a picture, you can do that by clicking on the picture. Once you've completed those things, you press on Save. Our next river valley is the Mesopotamian River Valley. So if you need a refresher on where that is, you can click back over to your map, and the Mesopotamian River Valley is right here. So once again, click on the Draw a Line tool to add the line for Mesopotamia River Valley. And you're just going to draw it in the same way that you did for your Indus River Valley. And label it, of course. There are 4 questions that you answer about the Mesopotamian River Valley. You put your answers here. And one thing that's important about Mesopotamia is the Hanging Gardens in Babylon. So if you'd like to, you could put a picture of those. And how I found my picture was, I of course Googled it. You can save your image on the desktop or wherever it's easy for you to find it. And you come back over to your map and add it in that way. And then you have it saved in here. You could put a little caption in there as well as to what that is, and then also answer your questions. Once you finish that, you press save. At this time, if you'd like to take a minute to finish your questions for both the Indus and the Mesopotamian River Valley, you can simply press pause. If you'd like to do it later, you can move on with me. I'm going to click out of this. The next one is our Egyptian River Valley. I'm going to go back up to my draw a line, add a line, and draw around where the Egyptian River Valley would be. We have one question on there. We also have on there that the Nile is the river. That's important. So I'll put that in there and then answer the question. If you'd like to add a picture, I think I'm going to put a picture of the pyramids. Egypt is one of my favorites, so I've got to have a picture. If it ever downloads, there we go. And save the picture. You can see how simple it is once you start using it. It's not very difficult at all. It's kind of fun. Stop whining. I can hear you whining, saying, "No, it's not fun, Miss Ziegler." I can hear you. And once you have your entry the way you like it, you simply press save again. And then we're going to go over to the Chinese River Valley. Check my map here so I make sure and get all of it. Okay. And then grab a line. And as I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to label that the Shang Yellow River Valley. This one has 2 questions. To answer, once you do, you'll press save. Next, on your directions, it asks for the Olmec civilization in Mesoamerica. That's one that you're probably going to have to Google. You can also look in your AMSCO book as well. I don't know why it's taking me to that map. That's not what I want. Let's do, there we go, images. So here it is in Mesoamerica, kind of like right in the elbow of Mesoamerica. So use your little hand and go to that area. Grab your draw a line tool and label the Olmecs. If you'd like to put a picture, you can, and then press save. The next 2 are Nubia and Kush. I'm going to help you out with these because it was all the way at the beginning of the year, and we probably skimmed over it since we didn't have a lot of time from the hurricane. Go to Google and type in Nubia and the powerful kingdom of Kush. Let me give you a minute to do that. The very first page that comes up is this one from the Ancient Origins website. Click on that. And take a minute to look through this. If you scroll down to this paragraph right here, it says the kingdom of Kush was already in existence during the time of Egypt's Old and Middle Kingdoms. During this period, it was based around the settlement of Kerma, just above the third cataract of the Nile in Upper Nubia. So if you look on this map, Nubia is about right here, and this is where the kingdom of Cush would be. And if you keep reading, it says, it was, however, only during the second intermediate period that the kingdom of Cush rose to power. As Lower Egypt fell to the Hyksos at the end of the Middle Kingdom, the kingdom of Cush came to be the dominant power in Upper Egypt. The success of Cush as a regional power, however, is a puzzle that continues to baffle archaeologists. So if we go back to your map, you can put a little marker. Go up here to the add marker and just click on this area right here. We're going to call it Nubia / Kingdom of Cush. And then describe what that means. So you can say Nubia is an area of Egypt, and Cush was a powerful kingdom that rose up in that area. During the time of the Egyptian pharaohs. There we go. Got it spelled right now. And if you want to add a picture, you can. And then press save. Now you have all of your river valleys and your little marker. Whenever you want to see one of them, you just click on them like that. Last one for period 1 is Aksum, which is also one you may have to Google. And if you Google ancient Aksum, you will find that it was a kingdom in northern Ethiopia. So right here, kind of on the elbow of Africa. We move our mouse down with the little hand. We can grab the line again and outline where the kingdom of Aksum would be. And you can put down that it is in modern day northern Ethiopia. And now you have completely outlined everything on your period 1 map that needs to be outlined, which is kind of cool. Most of the action is going on over here. We do have some civilizations over here as well. So that's period 1. Now if you come over here, you can add another layer. So to add another layer, you go up here to add layer and click on it. And we're going to call this layer period 2. Next week, when you get your period 2 assignment, you can start adding on to that. And what's really cool is that you can hide these layers. So once you get some of them on here, if you just want to study one layer, you just uncheck this box, and then period 1 will not show up, and only period 2 will show up. But you can see how things change. And that's just awesome in my opinion. I'm sure you're all thrilled. Another fun thing I want to show you real quick is if you go up here to the marker and add one, let's just name this test because I'm just showing you this. If you go to style, you can change the icon. And there's all kinds of different icons that you can choose from here to make it wild and funky. Or if you want to show that, you know, it's like a plant, you click on plants. You can also change the color, which is kind of cool, of the icon. So have fun with this and make this map work for you and your review. If you have questions, email me at jquez@houstonisd.org or ask your teacher. We'd be happy to help.